And then as we get older, there's just kind of all of these boxes and things that we're told that we need to fit into and and achieve and do. And yeah, I think we do lose touch with ourselves, and then we're kind of scared to share our true self with other people for fear of rejection, of being judged.
Yep, exactly. And like I think we all need to act childish sometimes. I think it's important. Just who cares? Just be yourself, have fun, let loose. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Infinite Abilities Podcast. I am your host, Nick Yerhart, and we are here to encourage each other to find our own unique abilities. Let's go. All right, everyone. My guest today is Kimberly. So, can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Yes. Hi, Nick. Thank you so much for having me on your show. I'm very happy to be here. And
Good.
I'd love to tell you a little bit about myself and what I do. I guess I'm a women's feminine embodiment coach. And before that, I've been doing that for about 2 years now. I started my own business, but before that, I actually worked as a chef for many years and worked in restaurants all over Michigan, New York, a little bit of Chicago. And along that time that I was also working behind the scenes in the kitchen, I was also struggling with an eating disorder. So that was something that, was pretty challenging for me, and that took a long time for me to kind of gain some footing in and recover from. And it was essentially through embodiment practices and coming back home to myself and to my body and to my emotions and all of that. That kind of led to my healing, and my hope is now to be able to share that with other people.
Awesome. Well, that's a tough thing to go through. So what do you do now?
Right now, I work online in a one-on-one settings mostly with women, and work through feminine embodiment sessions where it's a type of coaching where instead of mostly talking, we do a lot of actually sensing and feeling into the body and kind of finding out what lives in there based on what their current desire is or whatever their situation is that they're dealing with, whether it's a goal that they want to achieve, a problem that they're having in their relationship or at work, troubles with setting boundaries or limiting beliefs even. And we look at it through the lens of the body. And through that, it kind of provides a pretty unique picture for us, I think, to really kind of become more aware of it, and from there be able to shift it.
That's amazing. So, what would be one really good tip that you would give a client?
A client during a session that's maybe new to embodiment. I would suggest to them that they try to let go of the mental aspect of figuring out what's happening, what it means, what it's, the story behind it, and really just tuning into what is, whatever is present, whatever sensation, feeling, image that's coming up for them, and just allowing that to be known.
Awesome. So important. So important.
Yeah.
So something that you like to focus on yourself to help yourself the most, out the most?
Mm, good question. I like that question. Um, I try to really listen to my body, I guess. And it's not always easy as in a world. I feel like that kind of tells you to push your body and push through um,
Yeah.
your tiredness, your whatever it is, your emotions, your pain, and just keep on producing. Um, and more for myself, I find that when I tune in and listen to what's going on for me, it gives me just more, I feel like, confidence and power to move forward.
Yep. And it does. When you listen to what you need and focus on yourself, then you can, you know, fix certain things, change things, and just grow as a person yourself.
Mm-hmm. And also, I feel like when you're tuned in to whatever your body is trying to tell you, I would say I would add a second piece to that. Then there's the piece on expressing it out into the world, and whether you're expressing it as just some type of energy or something to be moved, or whether it's a need or a boundary or like some kind of ask that you need to share with somebody in your life. It puts you more in touch with that so that you can actually make those things happen for yourself.
Yeah, amazing. Do you meditate?
I do, yes. In the morning, I usually try to spend some time journaling and meditating. It's a good way, I feel like, for myself to just kind of get my head right, my energy right for the day.
Yep. Like, how important do you think that is? Like, does it really help you a lot?
I think it does. I think when I can, a lot of times too, even throughout my day, if I feel myself kind of getting really anxious or overwhelmed, even if I just take a few moments to kind of pause and connect to my breath for a few minutes, I even find that super helpful. Are you a big meditator?
I am. I do almost every morning. I kind of quit doing it as much as I wanted for a little bit, but now I'm back on every morning because it helps so much. Like, until you actually do it consistently, you don't realize how much it helps, but it really does. And yeah, journaling, so important. Just to get your thoughts out and be able to work through them. Like when people, say, "Oh, I don't need to journal," it's like, okay, do you want to solve your problems? Well, yeah, I do. Okay, if I gave you a complicated math problem, what would you do? Write it down, right? So it's just the same thing when you gotta work through your problems. Trying to figure them out in your head isn't as effective as writing them down, and then you can look at them, see them, and then start to work through them. Would you agree with that?
Absolutely. I love that, actually. That's a great analogy, I feel like, to compare it to a math problem. I feel like that probably is just easier for people to actually see how that plays out.
Yep. Exactly.
I also kind of feel that another part of meditation that's or another gift from meditation that you get is it kind of gives you that pause and awareness that you can you build strength in that, so that it gives you, instead of reacting sometimes if you're in maybe a conversation or something's happening at work. Instead of
Yeah.
being quick to react and jump into something, you can take that time to kind of pause and then respond from more of a grounded place.
Yeah, and I know that something else you mentioned was you stop and focus on your breath.
Mm-hmm.
And I love breathing exercises or breath work, whatever you want to call it.
Mm-hmm.
I actually have reminders on my phone throughout the day for me to stop and breathe, because, like, especially when you're feeling, like, stressed or overwhelmed or whatever, like, just stop, take 6 deep breaths, and, like, what I do is every time I breathe out really slow, like I'm breathing through a straw. And that just, it helps bring you back into your body and just, it calms you down, it relaxes you. Look, it's so powerful.
Absolutely. I agree 100%. That's one of the big or the main components with embodiment, or like that we try to focus on during a feminine embodiment session is breath is one of the big key pieces, and awareness is one as well. And then adding in movement and sound to express. But yeah, breath is.
Can you tell us more about movement and sound?
Yeah, absolutely. So a lot of times, for myself or for clients, when they're meeting something inside of themselves that's maybe really big or overwhelming, it helps to embody it, to act it out, and like in doing so, can kind of soften the edges a little bit, or maybe even I encourage them sometimes to take a posture or a position that they really feel like enacts what it is that they're experiencing, just to help them kind of connect to it more, which can really kind of lead you deeper down into whatever it is, because usually it'll take you down through some unraveling down to whatever is below the surface. And sound sometimes too is just a really kind of a great way to express, to let out like different energies or something, like to really kind of tap in with the body and connect to it in a different way.
Yeah. As in sound, are you playing like, your own sound, or listening to, music or something?
It could be. I mean, during the sessions, usually is encouraging the client to use their own sound, whether they're speaking or humming or grunting or yelling, just whatever it is to get it out, to connect to that. But I mean, definitely, even I think music has that very special, like unique piece to it where you can connect to it and use that to deeply express or move.
Yep. And it's kind of funny because, like, a couple of days ago, I made a video for social media where, like, I was like clapping and telling everybody to start yelling just to kind of get some energy going. And I mean, everybody loved that video, and they're like, "Oh, this is so helpful." I'm like, "Yeah, just make some noise, And like a lot of times, like, especially with the people around, you don't want to start howling and yelling, but like I said, I was like, who cares? Just be yourself, Yeah,
that's really the key, right? Just really feeling safe and confident enough to be yourself.
Exactly. And like, we tend to, I feel like we tend to not be ourselves the older we get. We kind of get further and further away from our truest self, And it's like, the things like what you're doing, like it helps you get back to yourself, helps you realize who you are, what you like to do, how you can help people. Just it really improves your life so much.
Yeah, you are so right. I think I agree with that. When we start out, as young kids, and we don't really have any judgments about, who we are, and we're just kind of free to be. And then as we get older, there's just kind of all of these boxes and things that we're told that we need to fit into and and achieve and do. And yeah, I think we do lose touch with ourselves, and then we're kind of scared to share our true self with other people for fear of rejection, of being judged.
Yep, exactly. And like I think we all need to act childish sometimes. I think it's important. Just who cares? Just be yourself, have fun, let loose. A lot of times we're so tense and so worried. It's just like let it go. It's gonna be okay. No matter what, it's gonna be okay.
Right. Have some fun. What kind of things do you like to do?
Fun.
A lot of fun. Yeah. What kind of things do you like to do for fun, Nick?
Oh, I love anything outdoors. So like I love going to the lake. I would say the lake or the ocean. That's like my favorite place. Be on a boat, just chilling, relaxing. I'm also a motorhead, so anything with a motor, I love. I used to race four-wheelers when I was younger, so I've got a lot of experience with that. Anything off-road, I love, and on-road. I have a lot of cars. I like cars.
Okay.
So, but yeah, that's what I enjoy, and listening to music or even audio books and podcasts. Like I just really enjoy that stuff.
Yeah. No, I love that.
And then hanging out with family and good friends. That's always the best thing to do, in my opinion. Hang out with the people that you care about.
I agree.
So, yeah.
Yes.
So my slogan is your abilities are infinite. What does that mean to you?
Your abilities are infinite. To me, it feels like, the possibility to be whatever you want to be or do whatever you want to do is infinite. And really, it kind of sounds like, you're the only one. This is what I'm getting out of it, anyways. You're the one that's going to limit your abilities.
100%.
You're the only one. Yeah, you're the only one that can do that. So if you can let go of that and just know that possibilities are infinite, sky's the limit.
Oh, I love that. That was beautiful. Thank you. I ask that at the end of every podcast, and I just love hearing what it means to other people. That's why I love that slogan, because it can mean so many different things. Like literally, the meaning of it is infinite. I love it.
Yeah, you're right. So, the meaning of it is infinite.
It is. So how can people find you if they want to work with you, if they need your help, or if they just want to learn more about what you do?
Sure. Yeah. I am online in a couple different spaces. I have a website in my name, KimberlyGiesin.com, or people can email me. It's hello@KimberlyGiesin.com. Or they can find me on Instagram at Kimberly.Giesin, or I'm on Facebook as well, Kimberly Giesin Feminine Embodiment Coaching.
Awesome. And I'll drop all your links in the show notes so everybody can find you.
Thank you so much, Nick.
Yeah, this has been so wonderful. Thank you so much for coming on.
Yeah, I really enjoyed speaking with you and connecting. Thanks, Nick.
If you enjoyed this show, please go ahead and share it on your Instagram story and tag me in the Nick Yerhart. Also, go ahead and share it anywhere else that you see fit, because the only way that I can grow this is by you guys sharing it. I don't sell anything on here. I don't have any sponsors, so let's just get it out there by word of mouth and help more people. Alright, everyone, remember, your abilities are infinite.